Have you ever noticed how some people can thrive under pressure while other people completely crumble? So, what's the difference between the two? Well, it all comes down to one thing, and that's the discomfort capacity. It's your ability to hold the tension without trying to fix, to control the situation, even if it's messy, even if it's uncertain, even if it is emotionally charged. It's your ability to stay present in a moment, even when there is no certainty, and to truly be with that discomfort instead of running away from it. And here's the thing, every discomfort you face, every moment you stay with it, it expands your capacity to handle pressure. And how you handle pressure determines what you achieve in your life. And most of us were never really taught how to handle discomfort. We avoid it, we distract ourselves from it, we pray it disappears. And that's why when something unexpected happens, when we hit those challenges, the roadblocks, when life throws us curveballs, we crumble, we can't handle it. Stress, anxiety, doubt, overwhelm, procrastination, all of these emotions take over. True or true? So in this video, I'm actually going to break down what discomfort really is, why it is actually good for you, and how you can transform discomfort into your advantage in any situation so that you can hold more pressure, you can hold more impact, more responsibility, more success, and more influence. So let's break this down. Firstly, discomfort isn't a threat. It's not a sign that something is wrong. Discomfort is simply your system, your nervous system way of saying you are entering a new territory, you're stretching beyond the familiar, beyond the edges of who you are and who you have been. And because it feels unknown territory, it feels unfamiliar, your mind interprets it as a danger because the job of your mind is to keep you safe. It reacts automatically, ready to protect you from that unknown threat. And whatever your mind interprets as a danger, whatever it does not understand, it starts to judge. It labels it as bad, as risky, as impossible. And then you start buying into that story. And that's when you step out of the present moment. You separate yourself from what is actually happening, from your feelings, from the situation, from the person, from everything else. And when that happens, your senses are hijacked. It's harder to think clearly, it's hard to make decisions and respond effectively. So you end up reacting out of fear, out of frustration, out of avoidance, instead of acting from the present moment. But when you learn to stay with the discomfort without judgment, without avoiding, you actually start training your mind and your nervous system. You start teaching your body that this tension is safe, that you can handle it. You start teaching your mind to stay clear, to stay focused, instead of reacting out of fear. And over time, it expands you. It expands your capacity to handle more tension and more pressure. It's just like strengthening a muscle. The more you practice, the more you stay present through tough situations, through difficult conversations, around difficult people without losing your clarity, your focus, your center, and your peace. So let's use an example of how discomfort may show up in your life. Let's say you know you need to have a conversation, maybe with your partner or with your friend who's overstepping your boundaries, or the boss who's micromanaging you or disrespects you or whatever. But the moment you think of it, you feel the tightness in your chest, you feel clenched jaws, you feel dread, your thoughts are racing like miles, like million miles a minute. So what do? You put it off, you put it off again, you tell yourself things. What's the point? Nothing will ever change. They won't change. They won't care anyway. I'm going to look stupid. I'm going to look weak. And meanwhile, that feeling, that knowing that you really need to have the conversation, is just keeps intensifying. Frustration is growing, stress increases, and you carry this around with you everywhere you go. But here's the thing, this discomfort isn't about this conversation. It's not even about anybody else out there. It's about the emotional intensity that you're afraid to feel. It's the fear, uncertainty that you may not be able to handle what comes after that conversation. You will not be able to handle the response. But avoiding it does not protect you. It just keeps you stuck. It keeps you in the same patterns, in the same frustrations, in the same stress. And that's how stagnancy sets in your relationships, in your work, in your business, in your career, in your friendships, in your life. And even though you want to grow, you want to take more responsibility, you want to have more influence, more impact, more success, your nervous system is sending a very different message. It goes, I'm not ready. And that's not because you are weak or something is wrong with you or you are incapable. It's because your mind and body haven't built this capacity to handle the pressure that comes with that next level, with the next level of impact, success, responsibility, influence. And discomfort, pressure, they're not the problem. They are not the problem. The people are not the problem. It's your capacity to hold it. And think about it. Two people can be in the same situation, same conflicts, same challenges, same deadlines, same workload. Some may even have more. And one crumbles while the other thrives. They stay calm, decisive, clear, focused. Same pressure. What's different? Their capacity. Their capacity. And this capacity is not built through avoidance. It's built through facing every frustration that you process instead of run away from or suppress. Every tension you face, every fear that you walk through, every decision you stop postponing and procrastinating on, every conversation that you have instead of delaying it. And every time you do this, it's like you're stretching that muscle. You're stretching your capacity to hold more. You're teaching your mind and your nervous system to stay regulated, to stay focused under pressure, and you're giving yourself that confirmation that you can handle. You can handle no matter what. And over time, your ability to hold more pressure expands, to hold bigger challenges, to hold bigger responsibilities, more impact, more success. And that's how you stop being controlled by the discomfort, stop crumbling under pressure, and start using it to drive the results and growth and influence. And you can think of discomforts like emotional strength training. Imagine like if you go into the gym and you lift the weight that feels easy over and over and over, like nothing would change. Your muscle would not grow. But the moment you start feeling tension, the heaviness, the stretch, the resistance, that is the moments your muscles grow. It's the same with the capacity to hold pressure and discomfort. So when you stay with the discomfort instead of running from it, you're strengthening your clarity, your emotional stability, your inner confidence, your resilience, your decision making, your resourcefulness, your energy, your strength. So your internal world becomes bigger than the pressure around you. And that's when you can handle literally anything that life throws at you. So, how do we do this? Let's make it practical. I'm going to share with you 4 tools that you can apply immediately that will help you to walk through any discomforts and hold more pressure. Tool number one, pause before reacting. It's so simple, right? But hey, in practice, it's more difficult because discomfort triggers those quick reactions. So your mind and body go into overdrive. And you may notice the tightness, shallow breathing, the jaw clenches, the shoulders tensen up. Maybe it's you become irritable or frustrations, like even over small things, avoidance, procrastination, overthinking, replaying conversation endlessly. Shall I go on? Emotional shutdown or feeling disconnected, impulsive reactions, doubt, indecisions. And all of these guys are normal. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just your nervous system doing a job. It's just trying to keep you safe. And the difference between being hijacked by the discomfort and staying in control is the pause. So before responding to that email, to a difficult or challenging comments, to some request that really triggered you, you stop, you take a breath or two, and you let your nervous system settle. And even a few seconds of that pause gives your mind space to respond rather than react out of fear. And this regulated pause is a power move. It trains your mind and your body to stay calm and to stay focused under discomfort. Tool number 2, name it. Name the emotion that discomfort is triggering in you and say it out loud or silently if it's not appropriate. I'm feeling pressure. I'm feeling fear. I'm feeling doubt. I'm feeling insecurity. Because when you name it rather than ignore it or brush it aside, you separate yourself from this emotional discomfort. Tool number 3, micro stretch actions. So capacity to hold more discomfort is built through small reps, like saying no just once, little no. Delegating one task if you're somebody who needs to stay on top of everything in control. Sending the message that you've been avoiding to send. Making one decision and actually acting on it, something that you've been postponing. And every rep strengthens your emotional muscle and it expands your capacity to hold more pressure. And tool number 4 is to celebrate your stretch moments. Because we celebrate our big milestones and achievements, but we rarely reward those micro moments, those little stretches. So start acknowledging, maybe even keep a diary. That was uncomfortable, but I handled it. That really stretched me, but I faced it. I didn't run. That pressure, I felt it, but I stayed present. Every night before bed, just reflect on your day and identify even the smallest micro stretches. Notice situations maybe where you responded differently, or maybe even felt differently. Maybe before you felt this impatience, frustration, now you feel calmness. Maybe if you made a decision and you took an action rather than just sit on it and procrastinate of it. All of those moments, what they are doing, they're rewiring your brain to see discomfort as growth. And soon, the pressure that once knocked you off your feet, off your course, no longer has that power over you. Because you start trusting yourself to handle that whatever comes next, you can do it. You've built a bank of experiences proving that you are capable of anything that life throws at you. So in closing, pressure and discomforts aren't your enemy. They are invitations into stronger, wiser, more capable version of you. And the stronger your capacity for discomforts, the easier you can start handling this pressure. It stops controlling you. It stops shrinking you. And instead, it becomes a force that drives your momentum and drives your results. So ask yourself, which discomforts are you willing to expand your capacity and unlock the next level of who you are? Because the life that you want is on the other side of the discomfort that you're avoiding. And let me know in the comments. I will see you in the next video.